to Paullina in northwest Iowa. We're right in the middle of scenic Midwest farm country, surrounded by thousands of acres of corn and soybean fields. Just like the sign says, we truly are small town America at its best.
We began back in the 1880s, when the railroad first came through O'Brien County. The two Paullin brothers bought 7,000 acres and officially founded the town as Paullina in 1883. As it quickly grew and developed into a trading center, many businesses and homes were added to the town.
Today, we're almost 1,000 residents strong. That may not seem like all that many, but Paullina actually serves a much larger population base of up to 40,000 people within a 20-mile radius.
Although the railroad was the original route to Paullina, there are very few signs of its presence left today. But it's obvious that agriculture is still at the heart of Paullina. Our grain elevator remains in the center of town at Main and Railroad Streets.
Hi, Ben and Erin. Welcome to Paullina, Iowa. This is our historic downtown.
Over the past 137 years, our storefronts have certainly changed, not only how they look, but also the types of businesses here. We're proud to have kept most of our downtown occupied along the way. We have wonderful businesses in Paullina that offer products and services we would otherwise need to drive out of town to find.
While we have a lot of love for our hometown, we realize it could use some much-needed improvements. We've identified a few key locations that would greatly benefit from your professional expertise. Mother Nature and Father Time have taken a toll on our historic properties, and some updates over the years did not maintain the building's architectural integrity.
For example, back in the early 1900s, there were two massive brick buildings that housed banks at both corners of North Main and Broadway. Unfortunately, a fire ravaged much of the northeast corner about a decade ago. Many of our brave volunteer firemen worked in icy, sub-zero temperatures to battle the blaze. But several buildings, businesses, and even apartments were lost on that corner. After the devastation, a new bank was built in its place, complete with a convenient drive-through. Yet, the historic cornerstone of our town will never quite be the same.
However, directly across the street is the huge two-story former First National Bank that's been sitting empty for the past few years. Both inside and out, it's a real gem, just waiting to be revealed and restored to its former 1903 glory. Hiding behind all the metal of an earlier update is the original stone front and walls of windows.
And inside is a treasure map of the past, with amazing woodwork and many unique features, including the original vault on the main floor and a full racquetball court on the second floor. Our community needs something special to fill this important downtown corner building.
Another very important piece of our downtown history is the Wonderland Theater, which has been in the original building on South Main Street since 1912. Now it's a nonprofit movie theater run by a crew of dedicated volunteers. Seeing a movie at the Wonderland Theater is not only a retro experience, but also a budget-friendly one, with a $5 admission and a large tub of buttery popcorn for only $3. This incredible Paullina gem needs a facelift out front and inside as well, to replace the nearly 30-year-old seats, add a second bathroom stall, and update the theater for accessibility, just to name a few on our wish list.
Paullina's historic homes go as far back as the late 1800s and early 1900s. There are several grand examples of architecture, both in town and on nearby farms.
At the south end of Maine's business district stands a stately pair of historic homes.
On the east side is the former residence of Dr. Hamilton, that's been carefully restored to its original 1908 beauty.
On the west side of Main is the well-kept 1910 former home of Adolph Bach, who was an important businessman in Paullina. He built a brick hardware store on North Main that has held many businesses since 1903. Today that site is home to an antique store that's also a coffee shop, cafe, and historic bed and breakfast.
There are many awesome antique homes and historic businesses throughout Paullina. Some have been fully restored with plenty of curb appeal, while others are in various stages of renovation inside and out. And honestly, there are several that could use a little more attention and love.
This 1900 home that originally belonged to the Ullman family sits a few blocks south on Main Street. It's been empty for too long and needs someone to fall in love with it. Just look at that gorgeous curved corner window and the original front porch.
Paullina, Iowa is a picturesque and highly productive farming community in the heart of America, where families raise their children in a small town environment with quality schools.
In the Midwest, you'll find a hard work ethic and genuine people who support each other and take great pride in our community.
We're ready to help restore, renovate, and rebuild our hometown.
Many decades ago, our town motto was "Try us, we're friendly." Why not come and see for yourself?
Today, Paullina is known as the Gem of the Prairie, and there are plenty of gems to be found here, both in our places and our people.
Come and see us. I'm sure we don't look dirty.